Hi there.
Oh, hi.
He's big.
It's not that big.
Large
It's only
robot.
2 stories. Alright. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Asylum Sanctorium. A prison for the mentally unstable robots that Sophocil has created by filling with the souls of Dunmer saints, Lotus, Elms, and Ohms. So because they're all super crazy, they sort of started rioting, and we're gonna fix things by beating the crap out of them. As is our way.
As you do.
As you do.
So this trial is going to consist purely of 3 boss fights. No additional adways or anything like that. It's just 1, 2, 3, and we're done. And this is our first one in front of us, St. Lotus, the Pious. Everybody say hi to St. Lotus.
Hi, St. Lotus.
Hi, St. Lotus.
Hola.
So,
I don't
I'm
feel
gonna go
terribly
over-
welcome now.
that's fair. So, here's what Lotus is all about. First and foremost, Lotus is going to summon up some secondary ads. These are giant robot buddies who are going to attack us with typical things like AoEs and cones, light and heavy attacks. But in addition to that, they have a timer. After a certain point, they're going to enrage, and they do much more damage when they're enraged. So whenever they pop up, Arrow, our off-tank, is going to take aggro on them, and we're going to burn them down quick as we can. If we don't, then they're going to start popping people in the face, and that's unpleasant. Lotus himself has a couple moves. One is to jump around the room, using the main tank and making Roberto go chase after him. And every time he jumps, he's going to leave behind a poison AoE, which does damage and can slow us down, so you're going to want to try and avoid that. He's also got an interruptible attack, where he sprays bolts of poison into the air and rain down on us, and that's very unpleasant. So if you see him with his red sparky marker indicating he can be interrupted, please do so. And third, and most importantly, he's got a very fun tracking cone mechanic. What that means, he's gonna pick a specific player, usually a tank or one of the nearby DPS, and he's going to lock a cone on them. That means that wherever that player moves, the cone is going to follow them. And the cone does a little bit of damage to the person it's targeted on, but anyone else in that cone, people who just happen to be standing around, they take a lot more damage. So what's going to happen is if you get the cone locked on you, you're going to stop moving, and you're going to block and shield and heal and do all those things you would normally do to survive unpleasantness. And you're going to... But the most important thing is you stop running around, so you give everyone else an opportunity to get out of that cone. If you're like me, first time I ever had that cone on me, I did what I always do, which was run around like an idiot, and I sprayed it all over everyone. And people don't like getting sprayed on, it turns out.
Ew.
Generally. So this fight has a very simple cycle to it. We're going to burn on Lotus until his robot buddies come up. Arrow's going to take aggro on those robot buddies, and the DPS are going to burn them down. And then we're going to return to Lotus. And we'll just keep doing that, following him as he hops around the room with his poison AoE, until he's dead. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
I have a question.
What do I do when there aren't any more ads?
Try not to die.
Okay, fair enough. Alright.
And whatever you do, don't steal the boss from Roberto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have a question. I know sometimes when I've been in here, we put 2 people, like 2 ranged people further away from the group.
That is not this boss. That is the second boss.
Oh, I could have sworn it was this one. Awesome. Cool.
We will be doing that, though.
Excellent.
Anything else? Alright then. Let's go do violence against robots.
Death to robots.
Yes. So you can see these guys taking a knee on either side of the room. Those are your robot friends.
Okay.
Alright, robot buddies are up. Ow.
Oh, you've aggroed the boss.
One robot buddy down.
Ben, did you explain how only DPS are supposed to do reses, and not healers or tanks?
Oh yeah.
I did not do that here. That's going to matter most in the final fight. But yes, as a general rule, I'd like DPS to be principally responsible for picking up dead guys.
Also,
Unless Arrow has nobody else to tank. Sorry, what was that the question?
The less people move around, the easier it is for us to kill them.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit of movement here because boss jumps.
Oh no, I know. I know. I know, I did DPS dancing a lot when I was new to Trials. Cause like, I don't know, how do you have robot buddies up?
My food just ran out, and that's not good timing.
Yeah, that robot just stabbed on my face. So remember, if you're tracking the cone, just stop and block.
I can't even. Why have I never thought of that before?
I'm lying next to one of these downed robot buddies. Thank you, punk.
Yep.
Alright.
I
Well,
find it often helps if we stack in the octagon,
Everybody to the octagon.
and we can just do most of our DPSing from here.
you may find, try and stay in the octagon that you get cone.
I got cone.
Both our healers are down.
Both healers down.
Uh-oh.
It's alright. Just keep on keeping on.
Cone is unforgiving.
DPS focus the robot buddies before they engage.
Is that what the defiled blast is, the cone? Because that's killed me twice. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no standing in cones for you, unless it's locked on here. You have no choice. Oh,
Focus the attendant. Oh, the attendant is down. Good job.
robot buddies are down.
Good burn.
Burn, baby, burn. Let's go and burn now. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm dead.
I'm sorry. Alas,
keep
poor
on.
sushi.
Alas, for sushi, we knew her well.
Ah, I found you, sushi.
Hey! Thank you much
Cone.
Oh my.
for accepting.
Attendants are up.
Alrighty.
Boss is executable.
That's a file blast.
Yeah, DPS, go ahead and execute the boss.
Oh my god, I'm busy, sweetie. Y'all are focusing the attendance, right? Or are we just nuking the boss?
We're executing the boss now.
Okay, cool. I missed that. Hey.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Everybody enjoy your uncommon piece of overland Clockwork City loot.
Many could claim to have known the past of the living God.
Eat something, because I need to.
Couldn't see what it
Yes, please, eat food. It's good for you.
This
Here we go.
an extension
And actually,
transformation.
so.
Can you wear the hat and tell me what it looks like?
Perhaps we
It's apostle. It makes you look like a robot. Like these giant robot dudes we're fighting, it pretty much makes you look like that. It's not my favorite style.
your soul.
Matter of fact, I think this is too formal.
Oh.
If y'all will cross over here, that'd be excellent.
Also, shows your tabs. Look at that, Nikki. Hello. Oh my god, Nikki.
Sorry, you're not the
Alright.
Anyway, child.
One giant robot down, 2 to go. You guys did great on the first one. So our next one, right here, is St. Thelm's the Bold. He's got a similar system to the first guy, where he's also going to summon buddies. This time, instead of robots, they're called Numa projections. Or I prefer to say, the Numa Numa guys.
Numa Numa!
This fight is all about AoEs. The Numa guys drop them, the big guy St. Thelm's drops them, and we drop them. So in order to keep as much damage on all of these guys as possible, we're going to try and cluster them on that octagon. If you look straight ahead, you can see it under that archway. And there was a similar one in the last fight. We're going to, for the most part, stay within that octagon, and the tanks are going to tank the boss and his minions on that octagon as well. Roberto, being the main tank, is going to take St. Thelm's, and Arrow is going to take the Numa Numa guys.
Gotcha.
You'll recognize them by being two stories tall and bright red. Now, like St. Luthus, St. Thelm's also likes to teleport around the room, but he prefers to teleport to the person who is farthest away from him. When he does so, he's going to drop a nasty AoE that does quite a bit of unpleasant bleed damage. So because of that, we're going to have a couple volunteers, 2 ranged DPS, who are not going to be in the octagon. Instead, they're going to stand at the edge of these bridges, one right about here, and the other over there, where I'm shooting my arrow. And what they're going to do is they're going to be the sacrificial people who are too far away from St. Thelm's, and therefore the ones he's automatically going to jump to. So he'll jump at them, drop his AoE, and they will jump out of it, and Roberto will take him back into the middle where we can kick his ass. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I did it last time, Ben, and I'm happy to do it again if you need me to.
Alright, noted. Would anyone else like to volunteer?
I can do it.
Well, that's the spirit. Alright, Kyle, if you will take the right bridge, and Chip, you will take this bridge we're on right now.
Chip, do you have a shield?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier with a shield.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody else is going to stay within the octagon and lay down as many AoEs for both the damages and the buffs and the heals. Anything you've got that affects close by people is going to be good here. And we're just going to hold everyone in that center octagon in a big orgy of violence. Does anyone have any questions? Alright then.
I think so.
Let's do the thing. AoEs are a fact of life here, as both Thelm's and the Numa Numa guys will be dropping them. So this is definitely going to be a heal check. Test of your healer skills, and they're also the priority resurrection. You see either Patricia, that's Trans Girl 420 plays it, or T-Rex Chicken go down, find them and pick them up again.
Bitch.
And of course, when the Numa Numa guys are up, please focus them over St. Thelm's if you have targeted damage. Alright. As you can see, Chip just got jumped on. It's a good time.
Bad touch.
Numa guys are back.
Really? Leave him alone.
that.
Alright, Numa's executable. Awesome.
Yeah.
And if we could we get a res for Jin, please? That son of a bitch jumped. Thank you for the res, and the Numa guys are back. Maya he, Maya ho.
Is one of them down already? Yeah. Numa.
Loving these balls. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Your blood will paint the shell.
Alright. Boss is Nightblade executable. And now regular executable. You guys can go ahead and just execute the boss when he comes back in. Then he's done jumping around like an asshole.
Get him. Yes. Yes.
We got him.
Woo.
Not so bad, right?
By the way, y'all, if you find a Mad Tinker Lightning Staff, I would like it.
Death, the only casualty was his humility. He aspired to great things.
May yet get one from the coffer. Maybe.
Okay.
My mistake
Where are we
was
going?
believing I
We are now going down the elevator, back where we started, for a final showdown.
Woo.
Yeah, this and Cloud Rest are really short, easy trials. Well, short.
Well, wait until I'm done talking about Olms, and we'll see how we feel. Do not go in there.
Oh, I was just gonna go slightly in. But okay.
Ooh.
Yes,
Hi there.
that giant robot
good
demon
boy.
dragon is St. Olms the Just.
He's a good boy.
So did you explain how these were like actual dark elves back in the day, and so to still put their souls into these giant robots, and that's why
That's
they're going
weird.
crazy?
Yes, Patricia, I did do that. I wish you
Okay.
could.
I didn't know if you missed that part. It's so sad, I'm sorry. We're freeing them though, we're doing them a good service.
Alright, so St. Olms has a lot of mechanics. So I hope you like the sound of my voice, because you're going to hear a lot of it.
Okay,
Alright,
well,
I'm gonna
just
go,
gonna
guys.
mute then.
If you already know the mechanics by heart and you feel like, I don't know, going to smoke a cigarette or go to the bathroom, call your mother and tell her you love her, anything like that, now it's a great time. But if you're a newbie, you're going to have to stick out of here with me.
I'm always. I've done this once. I recognize all these bosses. But yeah, I've done it once. I think with you guys. I'm pretty sure with you guys.
So, first and foremost, I want to talk about placement. Roberto's our main tank. He's going to tank St. Olms. He's going to bring him over to the left side of the room. That's left as we are looking in. Alright? So, we walk, we turn, and we point over there, where that lantern is, and where I'm shooting my arrow. That's where the boss is going to be, with his face towards Roberto and the wall. Everybody else, except for the main healer and the main tank, is going to be behind St. Olms. And that's very important, because he is a beast, and he is going to shred anyone who stands in front of him, unless they're a badass tank, like Roberto. Wink, wink, nod, nod. In addition to that, he's got a number of different mechanics that are going to bother all the people who are trying to kill him from behind. First of all, he's got a lightning storm ability. What's going to happen is he's going to jump up into the air. He's going to spit out these little balls of lightning that are going to be tracking each and every one of us. They're going to cause an AoE at your feet, which you can move out of, and then another AoE at your feet, and then another AoE. That's 3 AoEs, one after the other, that are all following you. So in order to avoid them, you could manically roll around like your pants are on fire, but that's going to lead to chaos and destruction. So what you need to do is walk carefully and slowly out of the AoEs as they come, so that by the time the next one lands, you're already out of the first one, and you can move out of that one as well. This will prevent you from getting electrocuted, and most importantly, it gives you an opportunity to look around and see where your neighbors are, because everybody's AoEs can also hurt each other. So if I jump out of my AoE like an asshole and land right in yours, I'm going to drop dead from your AoE. It's very important then that you keep your space from everyone else and you don't overlap your paths. Is everybody clear on that part?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, the primary mechanic for this fight, for the DPS, is going to be taking down secondary adds with names like protective spheres or something like that. There are these little mechanical rolling guys who are going to roll into the arena and land on one of the square platforms. If you look in there, you can see on the floor there's all these small squares. Yeah? Those ads are going to pick one at random, roll over to it, and then they're going to shoot a beam at Olms that makes him invulnerable. He's going to take no damage as long as that beam is up. So the DPS are going to have to stop burning him, because all their burn will be useless while he's invulnerable. Go find that orb and kill the shit out of it. Since I'm the trial leader, I'm going to be calling out their locations as they come up. I'm going to be referring to them in reference to the boss. So, as you're looking at the boss, I'm going to say, there's an ad on the left, there's an orb on the right, or there's an orb in the middle. And all of that is with respect to where the boss is, which is going to be against the north wall, where Roberto is holding him. Is that clear for the DPS?
Yep, I totally remember this fight.
Awesome, awesome. Next mechanic is towards the later end of this fight. St. Olms is going to start crapping out giant fire AoEs. Like, they're just enormous. They're ridiculously huge. And you're not going to be able to get at all of them. But when they come down, you can heal through 1 or 2 of them. Just try not to get stuck in the overlap zone, or you'll probably die. In addition to that, in the later parts of this fight, he's going to be summoning firepot spiders. Those are little spider ads that walk up to people and explode. That means there's just another AoE on the ground for you to avoid. It's pretty straightforward. And finally, the mechanic that kills the most people is what I like to call the Stompy Stomp. At specific
where you go hide.
Yes,
it's very accurate.
At specific health thresholds, that is 90, 75, 50, and 25% of his health, he's going to raise up into the air like he would if he were shooting lightning, but instead of shooting lightning, he's going to ignore Roberto, who's trying to hold aggro, and leap into the middle of the arena, smashing everyone in giant AoEs that do a lot of damage. In order to survive that, you need to be very close to your healer. How can you be close to your healer? I'll tell you how. By going to specific spots. Either in this alcove, right where this archway is, where we're currently standing, or on the alcove on the other side, where St. Olms is currently standing. Both of those will be open, and we can congregate there and heal through and shield through the Stompy Stomps. If you are not ready for the Stompy Stomps, and you're caught in the middle during that, you're flat. It's just a matter of reality that you'll have to embrace, is that you're going to be dead. So, those are all of the mechanics on paper. I'm going to tell you about how we're going to do this. Roberto is going to hold him over to the left, and he's going to have a healer who's always keeping an eye on him to help him out. I'm going to go ahead and assign T-Rex to that, alright?
Okay.
So, T-Rex, you're going to stand in the northwest corner. That is, so the boss is going to be in front of you, Roberto is going to be on your left, and everybody else is going to be on your right. And your primary job is to not die.
Okay.
Your co-primary job is to help Roberta not die.
Which is who?
Roberta is Hidden Piece.
Hidden Piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have a pretty easy job. You're good.
Yeah. He's pretty tough, so all should go well, knock on wood. But if all does not go well, Arrow, this is where you come in. Under perfect conditions, you have almost nothing to do here. You just sort of hang around in the corner and
not die.
Except not die.
That
So
is
that's your
very easy
primary
for me.
job. Don't die. But if Roberto does die, then you have to take aggro on Olms and bring him back to that wall. If you don't, he's going to rampage around and murder all your friends.
Okay. What if I want them to die? I'm kidding.
Then I'll kick you.
Okay.
You should be a DPS. That's the answer.
You should be a DPS.
Or go do PvP. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright.
So, while we are holding him there, Arrow, you're going to be on the opposite side of Olms from T-Rex. That is, Roberto's going to be on your right, Olms is going to be in front of you, and everybody else is going to be on your left.
Okay.
And should Roberto die...
The northeast corner over there?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Should Roberto die, you take aggro on Olms and keep him there until Roberto is picked up again.
Okay.
In the super double unfortunate scenario that T-Rex and Roberto and Arrow die, I want to have specific DPS who are ready to get in there and res them. In particular, I'm going to say Punk and Jin. So, if those guys die, any of those three, T-Rex, Chicken, Hidden Piece, or Arrow, you guys get in there and you res them quick as you like, because the others are going to be busy. As for the rest of us, I'm going to be holding back on the far side of the room, because I'm going to be watching for mechanics. I'm going to tell you where the orbs are, I'm going to tell you when he jumps in the air to start spawning lightning, because that's when you're going to have to keep an eye on where everyone else is, and be sure not to step in their AoEs. And I'm going to warn you when we're getting close to the Stompy Stomp. In the Stompy Stomp, I want T-Rex Chicken to get close to this alcove that we're standing at. That's the west alcove, where the gate is, so you can help heal your friends over there. And I want Patricia to go to the east alcove, where Ohms is currently standing, so you can heal your friends over there. In addition to that, if anyone dies from Stompy Stomps, electricity, or other some such, I'm going to call out where they are, so they can be rezzed, but I'm not going to do the rezzing myself. It's a lot of me looking and talking. Now, because of all the shit going down, you know, the orbs, and the lightning, and the Stompy Stomps, and the fire, and all of that, it's very easy for this fight to get totally chaotic. Because of that, I'd like to have everyone mute their mics, except for me, and Roberto, and T-Rex, and Patricia, so that we can, so that I can call out mechanics, Roberto can call out if he needs something specifically from the healers, and the healers can call out if they are dead and need immediate resurrection. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Can we go over the positioning one more time? I want to make sure I'm standing in the right spot.
Absolutely. So, Roberto is going to hold him against the north wall. There's a big glowing lantern right there.
Okay.
You are going to be just to the left of that, in the northwest corner of the room, so that when you're looking at the boss, Roberto, that's Hidden Piece 4, will be on your left, and the whole rest of the room will be on your right. And during the Stompy Stomp, you'll just put the, you'll just run back towards the center of the room, back towards this gate where we are.
Okay, so I'll be sort of close to this gate, basically.
Yes.
Alright.
and Arrow will be on the other side of the boss from you, ready to swoop in should bad things happen.
Okay.
Alrighty. So because I let people wander away, I'm going to do a ready check to make sure that we're all actually here.
Yep.
Everybody in the group is ready? Oh, that's fantastic. Alright then. So when we go in quickly because this gate can shut people out, which is super obnoxious. So everybody get in here before we aggro the boss. Alright. Looks like we're all inside. Alright, Roberto, it's all you.
There is no justice here, only judgment.
Remember, you're going to want to keep some space between you and other people for the electricity mechanic, which I will call out when it happens. And other than that, try and stay roughly in the middle unless you have an assigned placement.
Error, you just aggroed the boss. I need you to not do that.
Yeah, you need to do nothing but keep yourself alive. Remember, first Stompy Stomp comes at 90%, so you guys need to be making your way towards the alcoves. Here it comes.
I'm dead.
Alright. T-Rex is dead, so I need one of my assigned DPS to get in there after the Stompy Stomp. So is Patricia, so I need someone to the right alcove to go get her.
I don't even know how I died. I was standing in my own heels, away from the Stompies.
After, there's lightning spraying, obviously. After those two are rezzed, please res Kyle, who's on the... Who's on the left side, and Punk in the right side. And once you've rezzed, then take on this orb, which is in the middle of the arena.
Do you know what Gust of Steam is? Wait, is that where you breathe steam on you?
Yes.
Ah, I didn't even see him breathing it on me. Oh. You die and you learn.
Alright, you ready to tackle lightning? Patricia, I'm calling the mechanics.
Sorry.
I'm dead again.
I'm used to being muted. There's an orb over here.
I'm the one to die.
Patricia, I'm calling mechanics.
Oh, sorry.
There's an orb on the right side. I need one of my assigned DPS to go get T-Rex, please. Alright, you guys are free to burn the boss again. There's an orb in the center, right by the boss. Prepare to lead lightning.
I don't know why I keep dying.
It's alright. I need one of my DPS to get in there again, please.
I feel crowded in this corner like I can't dodge.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to.
I'll move the boss over here, it's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Kyle.
Can I... Oh, so she's been rezzed. Awesome.
Thank you.
So we have an orb on the left side of the arena, I think. Wait, no, that's almost lightning. Where the hell is it? There it is, right side of the arena, excuse me. Prepare to lead lightning.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We have an orb on the right side of the arena. Relative to the boss. Warhorn. Speed. Alright, you're free to burn. We're at 79%. With 75 is going to do the Stompy Stomp. So you guys should make your way back towards the alcoves. But first prepare to lead lightning. There's also an orb on the left side relative to the boss. That's by the entrance we came in. Oop, Stompy Stomp. Here we go.
Did not see that coming. You like legit stomped right on me. It kind of scared me, honestly. I almost yelled.
He is terrifying. Okay, so we need reses for our DPS, please. I'll get Patricia real quick.
Of course. I was just gonna say where I was, but you're already on it.
I thought you might.
Thank you.
Okay. Doing great. Could I get a res for arrow, please? And lead
I'm
lightning.
gonna make my way over there after the lightning. Lightning.
Fire.
We now have firepot spiders around, so that's additional AoEs you need to be on the lookout for. And we have an orb as well on the right side of the boss. Alright, the orb
I think I
is down.
finally can make it through the lightning phase.
Not that work.
Exactly.
Hey, watch out for those firepot spiders. Prepare to lead lightning.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Daisy.
Can I get someone to please res T-Rex? And we have an orb up on the right side.
Whoop down.
Go on. We have an orb up on the right side. And prepare to lead lightning. Excellent, excellent.
God, I almost locked myself into a corner.
I know, that's what I kept doing earlier. I was like, no corner.
It takes a little bit of getting used to, especially when you have confined movement. We have firepot spiders out. And we have an orb up on the right side. Prepare to lead lightning. Great job, great job.
Ooh, I just lagged out a little. By the way, if there's any new DPS that don't know the significance of orbs, you pop them and they get
orb up, right?
or Magica. Ooh, don't stand in that.
Okay, we are at 58%. At 50%, we have our next Stompy Stomp. Lead lightning.
I'm moonwalking, baby.
Okay. Punk is dead in the middle, next to an orb that we need to burn.
Dead punk.
Watch out for firepot spiders. Warhorn. Alright, we're at 55%. Getting closer. Make sure you guys are ready to get into an alcove for the Stompy Stomp. There's also an orb on the right-hand side. Lightning.
I'm dead.
Oh shit. As am I. So I'm up against the right-hand wall. It's alright. Right next to the orb. You are at 52%. That jump can happen within a couple percent, so it could happen at any moment. You guys need to be ready. Thank you. Here it comes. Block and shield and heal and pray.
Pray to Jesus.
Alright, that was a good time. Oop, lead lightning.
I'm dead.
Very nasty. Okay, I need a res for Punk in the middle and for T-Rex to the left of the boss. And we have an orb up on the left side. Nearly there.
Oh, living on a prayer.
I knew you would. We have an orb on the right-hand side.
He disagreed.
What?
Are you doing lightning?
God, very focused.
Oh, Spacey right here.
Alas, poor Spacey. We have an orb on the right-hand side of the boss.
Every time I do this, it seems like the right-hand side is always preferred with the orb.
You guys are handling the orbs much faster than you were initially, so good job.
Doing good. Alright, Firepot Spiders around. Lead lightning.
No, I'm in the thick of it.
And we have an orb right there in the middle. We have an orb left of the boss. Lead lightning. Alas, Chip. Chip's right there in the middle, alongside, is that Arrow? Hi, Arrow.
I got a chip.
Warhorn. And we have an orb in the middle. We have Firepot Spiders. Okay, we are at 30%, now 29. The next Stompy Stomp is at 25, so you guys want to get towards your alcoves. The first lead lightning.
Trapped myself.
I know that story. There's also an orb on the right-hand side.
Thank you, Jim.
Oh, very impressive.
I'm healing all of this.
Alright. We are at 28%. 27. 26. Here come the Stompy Stomps. Oh. Shield and block and pray.
Oh,
Good luck.
Both your healers are dead.
oh.
Alright. Need the lightning? That was real tricksy.
Oh no.
Alright, priority res on the healers. That's Trans Girl and T-Rex Chicken. After they are resed, you can begin by burning this orb on the right-hand side of the boss. And also be aware that we are now in the execute phase, which means there's going to be giant fire AoEs. His life wasn't hard enough.
And he's also not gonna look at me anymore.
Please look. Mind the fire AoEs. Lead lightning. Why the hell won't we turn around? There we go. There's an orb on the right-hand side. Alright, need reses for Punk and Spacey in the middle. Prepare for fire. Need lightning? Oh wait, sorry, that's just his regular lightning. Okay, you want to finish them? We have an orb in the middle. Need lightning. Res for Punk on the right-hand side. 15%. Aaron, would you take aggro, please? We have an orb on the right-hand side. Goes to the boss.
Alright, I got it back.
Lead lightning. That was fabulous, Aaron. Oh. Alright, everybody prioritize reses.
Watch out for those AoEs.
Yep. Mind the fire. We have an orb up on the right-hand side. But you all know that. Or maybe you don't, because you all went left. Right-hand side.
Stay alive.
Lead lightning. Alright, need reses for Jin and Spacey on the right-hand side. Ooh. And then a res for me in the back, please, when you have a moment. Thank you. Looks like you've got an orb on the right-hand side. Thank you, Chip. Where are the firepot spiders and the big flame AoEs? 9%, lead lightning.
Oh, I'm dead.
Need a res for T-Rex, please. We have an orb on the left-hand side of the boss.
Also dead.
I need you to take aggro, please.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Yep, he's eating DPS.
Thanks, Jen. Alright, I got it.
Awesome. Prioritize res, please, and then we can get the orb left of the boss. Forward. Oh. Mind the fire. Motherfucker. Oof. Need lightning?
Shot his guy right in front of me and I could do nothing. I'm right there. Hit me. There you go.
Alright, reses. Where's my dead people at? Here's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Prioritize T-Rex, please. Awesome, awesome. And once you have reses up, there's an orb right of the boss. On fire. Awesome.
Really good recoveries, y'all.
Alright, 5%. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. 0.1. There we go. You did it.
Yeah.
No life or anything. That was so good.
Woohoo!
Good job, everyone.
Sorry, I died in lightning 5,000 times.
It's alright. It's a learning process.
I got markedly better. Markedly better.
I think the first time I died every single time to lightning.
There were a few times I didn't. I was getting really good at it, and then I was running, and then someone backed into me, and then it was just death. So.
Alright, if you got something that you don't feel like keeping, please do link it in our group chat.
Is anyone,
carry the burden now.
does anyone need a specific asylum weapon?
I'm looking. Ooh, I'll take that ice staff, Ben.
Alright.
I will also.
I'm afraid that I killed you a couple of times because of the way I was dodging the lightning. And so I know at least one of your deaths was my fault. I didn't want to say it during the trial.
Okay, I feel slightly better.
The way the lightning AoEs were stacking, there was one time that I totally killed you.
Too, if you don't want it, T-Rex.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Who was that? Who wants
Did
the
you already
lightning
get
staff?
what you were looking for? Trans?
That's transfer.
Okay.
I'm collecting Asylum Destro stabs today.
It's a lucky day then.
Yes, it is.
Did you also want the Inferno staff?
If you have it, sure, but full set.
I do.
Wait, Kyle, didn't you say you wanted the Inferno staff?
No. Not good.
Okay.
Nero and T-Rex, you guys don't need to link anything else you got in here. Only the Asylum weapons are unique. Everything else just comes out of the Overland in Clockwork City.
I got a resto staff. I don't really like the Inferno staff that much, but I actually have one as well. So, I would sushi take your shield and dagger if you don't want it.
The dagger and sword.
Sure.
I'm a ring hammer, so whoever is saying that, I don't know.
Did anybody want any of my stuff before I dip?
What do you have? Sorry.
I don't know.
Mason
Asylum
axe.
and
Well, let's put that one with me. Damn.
Thanks, Fish.
Those are both really good for dual wield DPS, if anyone wants that. I already have it there.
Wait,
that was Jim. Okay. I'm dancing in the corner.
I'll take X.
Wait,
Yes.
what are we doing?
I'm right here. I don't know what's happening.
There you are.
X.
Okay.
Who wanted the lightning staff?
Oh no.
Oh, did you give it to Patricia? It gets a little confusing sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know who's who. Whoever wants the lightning staff, trade with me. My name is Sophie. Okay, trans. Okay.
Yeah, this is why trans girl usually goes by Patricia.
Okay.
And you're the Inferno, right, Patricia? Or no?
Cool.
Jim, the resto staff is pretty cool. I hope you enjoy it. I have it on
not
my
a
anywhere.
huge fan of it, honestly.
I really like it. But
You say that after I give it away, right?
well, it reduces the cost of your healing abilities after you cast combat prayer, I think.
I don't have a hero
It's not-
ATM, so...
It's not really a long enough duration to be that helpful.